you feel like you're ready to tussle, this may be the reason why. The gate of friction is where our sun gate is transiting, highlighting some of the Virgo energies in your natal chart or just in our atmosphere as we have the sun transiting through gate 6. My name is Brenna. I'm a human design reader and mentor of 9.5 years, teaching you all the nitty gritty aspects of human design and astrology. We're walking through this beautiful gate series to ground you in your energy natally, also through the lens of when we're activated in our cosmos and our energy based on the transits that's happening with our sun sign. Without further ado, as I usually start off to kick it off, an excerpt from Chetan Parkin, a beautiful projector who writes about human design, about gate 6, known as the gate of friction, but what he calls the gate of conflict resolution. You stand as a giant set of scales, balancing high emotions in one hand and clear resolution in the other. Your presence in any situation can either inflame circumstances or calm them. It all depends on the clarity you bring with you as the chief diplomat who weighs each situation on its merits. You accept that for some creative processes and alliances to grow, there has to be an amount of friction. At other times, you need to be the peacemaker. Many things in life are emotionally driven and not rational. Don't we know that to be the truth? Gate 6 has the responsibility of bringing clarity to these situations. You can find it hard sometimes to remain on the tightrope with the scales in hand, lurching from extremes of "get me out of here" to "now listen to me, it's like this." But you seek resolution by meeting people halfway, seeking compromise and settling matters creatively, equitably, and with a sense of justice. Even though this is Virgo, it holds Libran qualities. You can be the arbiter at work or in relationships. Gate 6 is built on the furrowed field where seeds for emotional growth can sprout and flourish. There is a maturity to this emotional gate. Physically, conflict resolution regulates the pH in our body chemistry, representing a fine balance between acid and alkaline that counts for so much of our well-being. If you overindulge in any areas of your life, you can lose that balance. Overindulgence comes in many forms, from greed to anger to addiction, from overeating to being oversexed. Conflict resolution fosters an internal balance and emotional awareness and the responsibility to bring an equilibrium into life. This is a powerful emotional gate, meaning your emotions rule the environment you're in. How you feel dictates how everyone else is going to feel. Clear feelings, clear environment; unclear feelings, trouble. So big and powerful. This gate, as you probably guessed it, sits in the solar plexus or the emotional center, solar plexus chakra in human design. That's teaching us what is it that we really need to do to be able to alleviate pressure and conflict resolution. Now, when you look at your human design body graph, you're going to want to look to see if you have gate 59, if you have gate 6, and if you do, what one of the profile lines it's in. It's going to be a decimal point in a number 1 through 6 in your chart. Each of the days of the transit, so on day 1 of a gate 6 transit, it's going to say 6.1, 6.2. I'm going to write the dates down in the timestamps here and on the captions on my screen. The first day of this transit, gate 6 in the first line, if you have this, or on the first day of this transit, is known as the line of retreat. And it's basically knowing when to pick and choose your battles. When you retreat and know that friction is a natural part of life, you can agree to disagree with somebody, having healthy conflict resolution. That's when you know that taking a pause, taking some time, taking some distance can actually be really helpful. Now, in the detrimented aspect of this, the little note that I wrote is becoming really emotionally unstable in times of conflict or when things happen. Now, this can be conflict with other people or just conflict in your environment, in your energy, where you feel like you're just kind of thrown off from the normal day to day, or things are just happening that you're finding extra challenging. Just taking a beat to allow yourself to just create a moment of joy or peace or rest or solitude. Take a good nap if that's the only way to shut your brain off. Pop a melatonin, right? If that feels good for you, if you're able to do that, and just rest, going to be really important for the first day of this transit. On the second day of this transit, in the little line that I wrote down here, it's known as the gorilla, but not the animal. It's Guerilla. And basically, on the aspects of this placement, on a good day, or what we want to be paying attention to, is basically to have a sensitivity and an acute awareness of where the weak point is, or where the actual pain point or wound is when having a conversation with people. It's like strategic battle and being able to choose the weak point. Now, what we don't want to do, or what we want to be paying attention to at this placement, is to not not let it be like bulldozing past being sensitive to what other people's needs are. It's like when you're able to see a pain point for a person, don't exploit that in them, but say, okay, here's how I can help, or just like really have an acute awareness of being analytical, which Virgo placements are, and being aware of how I can help this person or this situation, or help myself based on connecting with this person and alchemizing the situation, having the conflict resolution being at the core of all of the days of this transit. Now, on the third day of this transit, or if you have gate 6 in the third line, this is the line of allegiance where you're really looking to find good people that you can come together with. Now, what's funny is that from a biological perspective, and I'm always going to say that this is not medical advice or nutritional advice or anywhere in between, but like this is a very fertile channel. So we know what fertile means. We know it takes two to tango to make a baby. Just be aware of that. Also, you can look at that when you're looking at your compatibility chart. I have a free chart generator where you can look at that too. Let me know if you have any questions about that. But it's just making sure you choose the right people to like make an allegiance with. Now, the detrimented aspect of this is that where you become so hyper aware and being so afraid of being how do I word it, like judged or outcast, or like you have fears of trust or lack of trust, especially for those of you that have a gate Chiron, that you'll eventually like just reject being connected to other people, or a sense of rejection, basically rejecting people before they can reject you, not being able to maintain that place of innocence of like, oh, like, but maybe this person really is safe. Now, of course, you're going to be a good judge of character. I have a very close friend of mine that has this as their Chiron placement, and they always have their heart open still, no matter what. That's a good use of this placement, even if it's your Chiron placement. If you're a 94 baby, you're going to have a Virgo Chiron. So one of the 6 gate placements of Virgo that I've done throughout the course of this week or this month is going to be like prevalent in your chart. So just pay attention to that. Now, on the 4th day of this transit, or gate 6 in the 4th line, this is known as the line of triumph, and where you're really able to really be and experience the full spectrum of emotions with people or on this day. If you got to cry, cry it out, cry from a place of joy, from sadness, smile, dance, be happy, feel really inflated in your feelings, right? It's very Jupiterian, feel very expansive. But when you have the detrimented aspect of this, it's like too much of any negative emotion or any emotion can sometimes kind of come across as like manic, or just like too much of anything isn't really a good thing, where it's like your emotional needs, or not even just emotional needs, but like you can emotionally overwhelm people if you're doing too much. So just pay attention to that. Also, with any of these gate placements, like paying attention to where this is also happening in your atmosphere, in your energy, knowing that this is possible for other people to be showcasing this versus yourself. Important to know. In the 6th day of this transit, or gate 6 in the 5th line, this is known as the line of arbitration. And this is where, in a detrimented aspect, you actually can just be so concerned about winning an argument that you negate the fact that this is a person that wants to love you, that wants to connect with you, that wants to have a harmonious relationship, but you're so concerned about winning that you reject them. Just watch out for where other people are maybe doing that to you, and kind of just like washing it over a day, or making a decision like, do I want somebody like that in my life if this is who they continuously are? Paying attention to that. And in an exalted placement, it's actually avoiding intimacy with somebody to say, hey, you crossed a boundary with me, so like I am reallocating you appropriately. Knowing where to have really good boundaries is such a beautiful aspect of what this Virgo placement can teach us, and say, hey, you caused too much friction and too much chaos. You can be you, but away from me. Paying attention to that today as well, or if you have this placement. The last day of this transit, or gate 6 in the 6th line, is known as the line of the peacemaker. And basically you are somebody who can be a role model in ending the conflict, hugging it out, and moving forward, versus being somebody, or noticing on this day that somebody may be feeling like, oh, well, I'm only going to do this or make peace with you until I strong arm you or bend your will to see my side, when that's not always the case. It's in its exalted placement. It's like we agree to disagree and move on, versus strong arming someone into making them believe what we believe. So just paying attention to that in your atmosphere. If you have this placement, how you can use it in a beneficial or detrimented way. If you have any other gate requests or gates that you want me to do, you can drop it in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you guys. Thank you so much for being here in this quick little deep dive into gate 6, gate of friction, conflict resolution, the energy it's going to bring if you have this in your chart, and how it's going to affect you for this week. I will see you in the next one, when we have a gate 46 transit coming up, which is very late degree Virgo, early degree Libra, which is very somatically inclined, and how it's going to affect your physical body, not just your emotional body. I'll see you in the next one.